I'm Stacia Gates, and in my artistic journey, I have found that we all need inspiration. As an artist, it is my love of art in all forms that has brought me to this place. I have created ArtQuench to share the creative happenings in the world, with the world, in hope of inspiring us all. In our search for creativity, we found ourselves at the Brewery Artwalk in Los Angeles. The Brewery is the world's largest art complex with over 100 participating artists. Admission and parking are free, so this allows everyone to come and support LA's finest artists. The creation of the Brewery Arts Complex began in 1982 at the site of the Pabst Blue Ribbon Brewery. With the passing of the Artist in Residence Code, artists could rent, live, and work space in industrially zoned buildings. We met up with some very creative people who gave us a look into their artistic world. Okay, tell us, why are you here? Why do you live here?
Well, my wife and I and a partner moved here to the brewery when we graduated with an architecture degree from Cal Poly Pomona. We were not only interested in designing and working on architecture projects, but we really wanted to build something. We wanted to learn what it was to work with metal and glass and all that stuff, because you don't get a lot of that experience in school. So we moved into this space in 1997 when we graduated, and continued to build out all of the interior. So all of the stuff in here was about learning for us how to, work on a project of this scale, what it took to do plumbing, and gave us a greater understanding of the building process. And so we've continued to kind of advance what we do and advance our living space here as well. And so it's been a fantastic environment for that.
What makes this art walk so special, Carl?
Well, the wonderful thing about the Brewery Art Walk is that this is a community-supported endeavor, so it's all paid for by the artists that live and work here, and we are completely non-commercial. So there are no outside vendors that come here, there are no food trucks. This is supported by the artists, and it gives the public the opportunity to walk through an individual artist space where they make their work, where they live, and it's a genuine community, and it's really been fantastic.
I'm here with Christine Shoemaker. Christine, you are the president of the Brewery Arts Association, and you're also an artist with this amazing abstract art.
Thank you, thank you.
I see here that you have created some pieces that were actual drippings from another art piece that you made.
Yeah, I'm creating avatars, painting mannequins to be avatars. My work, besides being a painter, I do new media work on the computer using Second Life. And so I've taken an avatar from Second Life that I used one of my abstract paintings as a skin for, and I merged realities or mixed realities by painting a mannequin. While I was painting the mannequin, the drips from the mannequin actually fell on the drop cloth, and I loved the paintings that it was forming spontaneously.
Now you live and work in this space here within the brewery compound.
Yeah.
And what is it like having, your studio and your home, together?
It's amazing. I can wake up in the morning and I like throw on my work clothes and walk, 5 feet to my painting table or to the drop cloth on the floor, and I mix paint and throw it on, and then I'll go and clean the kitchen, and I'll come back and put another layer on. Before I go to bed, I'll put a layer on and then go to bed and wake up and put another layer on while it dries. And it's an amazing community anyway.
Well, thank you very much, Christine. We appreciate you speaking with us today, and I'm sure we'll be seeing a lot more of you.
Well, thank you very much for coming and visiting and sharing the weekend with us.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
We're here with artist Dave Levner. Dave, tell us, what is it about the brewery community that made you want to make this your space?
Well, I have to say, after living here for 15 years, I realize that there's so many elements that keep me here. One, just to have the space to work, to be able to live and work in your own space, so you're constantly, able to just go to work whenever you need to, is great. The community itself, being able to interact with other artists.
It keeps you within the presence of inspiration.
Absolutely, absolutely. There's a restaurant and bar right downstairs, and my girlfriend and I can go down there and interact with the other artists and everything, and it's just a constant hum of inspiration, like you said. Exactly.
And then being here, you're in your studio as well, so when you get that idea and you want to, get creative, sometimes, it doesn't wait for you to drive and get to the place and open it up, so you're already here and you can just get up and go right to it, and the thoughts are fresh and the idea's there.
Absolutely. And sometimes being an artist, you can't always, wait for the inspiration. So the fact that it's already set up, like you said, you just wake up and get to work and work through any problems that you're having or whatever, and it's just amazing to be here in this community, I gotta say.
And your artwork is typography.
It is dealing with typography and fonts, but I do linoleum block prints. So I'm using a block of linoleum to print onto paper. So I hand carve the image in the block, and then I hand ink the block and run it through a press. So what gets printed on paper is the final product.
So what are you working on now? What's the most recent thing you've achieved here?
I'm working on a new kind of road trip, old motel series. So this is one of my latest pieces. It's a diptych, so it's two pieces that are put together. It took a long time to do, but I'm really happy with the way the shadows came out and everything. And so I think it's a pretty grand piece, and I'm looking forward to doing more in the series.
Well, it's beautiful, and I've seen your documentary video, and the patience that you have, it's incredible, and the precision to make the lines so perfect. It's beautiful. It's really beautiful.
Thank you so much.
I'm here with Claudia. And Claudia, can you tell us a little bit about what you do here in your studio?
I am a jewelry designer, and I specialize in clean, minimal, architectural style jewelry, modern, and I do a lot of engagement and commitment rings.
Wonderful. Yes, I've seen some of the pieces as we came in. They're very beautiful. You use gold and diamonds, and I mean, top quality stuff here.
Thank you. Yeah, I also look for interesting cut stones or interesting stones that you normally wouldn't get everywhere else. For instance, a tri-sided necklace made out of black onyx matte finished beads, or mirror cut aquamarine, where they're hard to find.
Do you live here in your studio as well as work?
Yes, I do.
And what's that like?
Well, it's great, but you also don't get away from work very much, so you have to really set some good boundaries.
But maybe when you get inspired, you can get up and maybe get to a sketch quickly, or the design, can really get to the process quicker than if you had to, get on the freeway.
It's great. I really enjoy working and living in the same space. I mean, I think it's very convenient, and you can get inspired in the middle of the night and tinker around.
We're here with Jill Sykes in her studio. And Jill, can you please tell us about your work?
Yes, I tend to paint botanical imagery, and my focus is mostly the negative space between the branches and the leaves, and what I find is that focusing on that kind of space as opposed to the outline shape of the plant reinforms the shape of the entire piece. It reinforms the plant and what it looks like, and it's very subtle, but it makes a very big impact. And it's a great quote by Matisse about, I'm painting a place where I want to be. And it took me a long time to realize that that's what I was doing, because, we're all looking for something to kind of help us calm down.
What brought you here? What made you come to the brewery and decide this studio space was the place that would bring you the inspiration that you needed?
It's a very long story, and the fact of the matter, the real truth is that I just kind of got lucky. And it was sort of decided for me on a certain level. Here's where you're going to be. And I used to share this space with a bunch of engineers, and they've moved out, but I've been able to stay here in this space. I've been in this space for about 19 years now.
We found the guests at the Art Walk to be relaxed and happy. Some purchased artwork. Most seemed to find the inspiration they were in search of. I'm here with Nicole, and how are you enjoying the Art Walk today?
I'm having a fantastic time. It's actually, they have such a great variety of sculptural work and paintings. Yeah, it's a lot of fun.
Did you come here at the last Art Walk?
First time here. Yeah, and I think it's going to become a routine from here on out. So yeah.
I'm here with Chris, and Chris, can you tell us about your day here at the Art Walk?
Okay, my day was long and exhausting, but more than worth it. There's so much creativity going on around here. I really enjoyed it. So much to see.
Yeah. Did you have any favorite things that you saw?
Yes, I did. There's an artist. Can I name her?
Oh, yes, please.
Halprin, I think is her last name, and she did the most amazing pictures. The color is just startling. But there were so many other things. But she caught my eye. I would go back and look at it again if I had the energy.
If you had, well, I'm sure after a few minutes here in this beautiful park, you might be able to go back over there.
I think I probably will.
So can you gentlemen tell us how you're enjoying the Art Walk today?
We enjoyed it swimmingly. We've observed new art, abstract art, moving art, and even the art next to me here. This young lady here has inspired me. We are artists and trapped in the body of people who can't express ourselves. And here we have done it today. And we're happy to express our feelings. And
okay, first of all, my name is Chente. I'd like to apologize to my wife. We were going to the church, but my brother Henry, a.k.a. Kiki, picked me up. He said, no, let's go to the brewery instead. I said, what's a brewery? Do you drink brew or what? He said, no, but we have wine. So we went there instead. I'm sorry about that, lady. But what we did come to do is to see art in its highest form.
In our experience here at the brewery, we have learned that as artists, creating an environment that brings both work and living space together as one can be a better way of achieving success in having less stress in our day-to-day living, and to be able to create at any moment when the inspiration comes. Until next time, be inspired and get art quenched.